A sea of crimson and white as Alabama fans greeted Coach Nick Saban. He stopped to sign autographs, talked to a few of the fans. They sure got a kick out of it here at SEC Media Days, day number 2 in Hoover. How's it going, Joe Emer here? You know, Nick Saban, always the star of the show here at the SEC Media Days, but perhaps one of the stars of his team is Foley's Julio Jones. We talked to Coach Saban about the wide receiver. He says he expects a lot of big things, but he can't do it all himself this season.
I think if we do move him around, it'll be a little more difficult for people to double team him, which is certainly a goal, and he's certainly ready to do that and has expanded his role in the offense. But we also need to have a consistent development of the receiver group.
One of the questions for Bama this season will be the offensive line. Stepping up as a leader is Pensacola's Mike Johnson, and you know, he's hoping to get some help. He talked about the enormous size of Foley's DJ Fluker.
The kid's a massive talent. I mean, when you shake his hand, his index finger goes halfway up your forearm. It really does. He probably outweighs me by 70 or 80 pounds, and he moves just as well as I do. Wears a size 22 shoe. It's something you don't even really grasp until you come up on him. But hopefully that can translate onto the field.
Joining me now is Rob Lehocky, and Rob, Alabama, of course, not the only show in town. We've got the returning national champion Florida Gators.
Yeah, there were a lot of Gator fans here as well. Of course, they want to see their coach, Urban Meyer, and Tim Tebow was here, always a big draw. They'd also like to see their coach coaching after this year. Urban Meyer addressed the rumors of him headed to Notre Dame after this season, and Tim Tebow talked about a perfect season.
When it started hurting recruiting is when I had to say something, and when other opponents would use that against us, that's when I came out. And obviously there's nothing to any of that. Nothing. Zero.
It definitely is a goal, because when we step on the field, we want to win every game. So to say that we don't want to have an undefeated season is absurd. But that's our goal. But it's not our mindset, and there's a big difference there. Our mindset is to step out on the field every day and be focused, be dedicated, play passionately, and take it game by game, and not worry about all the hype, not worry about everything else.
And last but certainly not least, we also had Georgia and Ole Miss here today. The teams kind of reversed roles from what they were last season.
Yeah, that's right. Mark Richt's crew, remember last year, headed into the season preseason number 1, and Houston Nutt's Ole Miss squad kind of snuck up on everybody. This year, the Rebels, one of the favorites to win the SEC, and Georgia's trying to replace some big-time stars.
You can only play them one at a time, and I think preseason schedules are a little bit deceiving, because when you get to the end of it and you look back, you'll say, well, so-and-so wasn't as good as we thought, and so-and-so was a whole lot better than we thought. So it's hard to predict how strong the schedule is, but as I look at it, it looks pretty brutal.
We also told our team this time last year that the experts, media, different people said, hey, we're picking Ole Miss towards the bottom. Those same experts now are picking us towards the top. So what does that mean? Doesn't mean nothing.
And of course, everyone looking forward to that potential Ole Miss-Alabama meeting in October when both teams could be undefeated.
That'll be a crazy atmosphere if that's the case. Well, that'll wrap up our Day 2 coverage. Tomorrow, Auburn's coach Gene Chizik makes his first SEC Media Days appearance, as does Lane Kiffin, the new coach of the Tennessee Volunteers. Should be pretty interesting. All right, we're going to send it back to you guys. From Hoover, Alabama, Joe Emer, Rob Lehocky, back to you.